It was close to midnight when Evelyn Moore, a young journalist in her mid-20s, sat by her desk, typing the final lines of her article. Her small apartment was quiet, except for the rhythmic tapping of rain against the window. Then came a sound. Knock, knock, knock. 3 sharp raps at her door, slow, deliberate. She froze, staring at the wooden frame across the room. Her clock read 12:07 a.m. She called out softly, "Who's there?" No answer. When she looked through the peephole, no one was there. But as she turned away, knock, knock, knock. The same sound, louder this time. The next morning, Evelyn complained to her neighbor, Mr. Harris, an elderly man with kind eyes and a trembling hand. He lived across the hall and had been in the building for over 40 years. When she mentioned the knocking, Mr. Harris's face drained of color. "You heard it too?" he whispered. "It always starts with 3 knocks, always at midnight." He told her about apartment 3B, directly below hers, abandoned for years after its tenant was found dead. The woman had been heard knocking for help, but no one answered. Evelyn brushed it off as superstition until she returned home that night and saw muddy footprints leading from the stairs to her door. That night she tried to stay awake, determined to catch whoever was behind it. Midnight came. The wind howled. The rain had stopped. Her lights flickered. Knock, knock, knock. This time she shouted, "I can hear you! Who are you?" No response, only silence. Then another knock from inside her apartment wall. The sound came from the direction of the floor, directly above apartment 3B. Heart pounding, Evelyn grabbed her phone's flashlight and went downstairs. The hallway outside 3B was darker than she remembered, as though the light there had died years ago. The door was slightly ajar. Inside apartment 3B, dust coated every surface. Furniture lay covered in sheets, untouched for years. A faint dripping sound echoed from the kitchen sink. Then came the sound again. Knock, knock, knock. But it wasn't from the door. It was from inside the walls. Evelyn moved closer, pressing her ear against the plaster. Behind it, she could hear muffled crying. A woman's voice whispered, "Please, help me." The wall trembled, paint cracked. For a brief second, a pale hand pushed through, before vanishing like smoke. Evelyn ran out screaming, slamming the door behind her. Determined to understand what was happening, Evelyn set up her camera facing the door that night. She stayed awake, watching through the viewfinder. At exactly 12:07 a.m., knock, knock, knock. But on camera, no one appeared. The knocks echoed clearly, yet the hallway was empty. When she slowed the footage, frame by frame, she noticed something. A faint silhouette of a woman standing just behind her door. Her head tilted, her lips moved silently. Evelyn turned on the audio filters. The whisper became clear. "You didn't answer me." By the 5th night, Evelyn was exhausted but obsessed. She placed her hand on the door and whispered, "I'm here, I'm listening." The knocking stopped. Then came a slow scraping sound, like nails dragging across wood. Suddenly, the door creaked open by itself. Standing in the doorway was a woman, pale, drenched, eyes hollow with sorrow. "Why didn't you answer me?" she whispered. Before Evelyn could scream, the woman lunged forward. The camera fell to the ground. The last thing recorded was the sound of 3 knocks from inside Evelyn's apartment before the screen went black. When the police arrived the next morning, the apartment was empty. Only the footage remained. And every night since, tenants in that building still hear it. Knock, knock, knock.